So this video is to demonstrate how to enroll students into scheduled units. So in our system, there's three main ways to get students into scheduled units, and the one is using a course plan, and you would probably use that method if students were self-enrolling, or you also wanted to assign them to sessions and do sessions enrollments at the same time. The second way is, if you've got very structured courses, is to take a whole group of students and enroll them into a whole lot of scheduled units. And the third way is, which I'm going to show you, is you can take a single student, enroll them into one or more units, and quite often this is also used to not only put students into subjects for the upcoming semester, but also to put them into subjects to give them credit, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go show everyone how to do that. So before we even do that, we've got to ensure that the system is configured and has the right, associated other information to make the job a bit easier. So the first thing we need to make sure is that under the System tab, under Edit Time Period, if we go to Configuration Period and hit Search Time Periods, that this one here called Search Scheduled Unit Date is set to the start dates of the scheduled units that we want to search. So in this case, I'm saying give me every scheduled unit with the start date from now to the next year and a half. That just means every time we go searching for a scheduled unit, we don't have to keep putting in dates to say only give me ones restricted to between these dates. It'll just automatically do that if we leave those fields blank. Otherwise, we can also choose, and you'll see that I'll show people coming up, the semester start and end dates when we go searching for scheduled units, but then that ensures that also in this custom time period table that we also have all the dates, all the semesters configured. So that's the first thing we need to check. On the courses themselves, there's a few fields I actually want to show that should also be filled in. The two important fields that need to be filled in for courses to make enrollments work are the two fields down in the Himes area called desk loan fee percentages. So it's very important that these two are filled out, because if the student is fee help, we need to know the percentage of the loan fee amount to apply to those particular unit enrollments, and the actual system will fail if those fields are not actually set. So it's from a course level, and of course, the courses probably should all be active, and the student has to be enrolled in the course as well. So that's from the course level what needs to be actually filled in. So from a unit level, so if you're looking at units themselves to make sure you have the correct unit information filled in, then I would say, looking at this page, the most important thing to make sure that the units are filled in correctly is everything has a unit type. So in this particular case, if it's a subject that they study and do exams for, it's a tuition unit, and these other units are special units for if you're doing other types of accounting. So you basically need to make sure everything at least has a unit type set, and also it'd be really good if the credit points were preset as well, and the status and the EFSL load. So when you're talking about units, they're the most critical fields to get enrollments working, to have those set. When you're looking at scheduled units, and we'll just have a look at the scheduled unit edit screen, the most important fields to have set on this screen is obviously the start date and end date of the unit, and the census date. So that's a very, very critical one also to have set as well. So if it is being done in if it is being one of those subjects that we need to report to the government, that we have a census date so we know exactly what's going on, and of course, also to have a unit status at this level as well. Okay, looking at the course enrollment screen, there's a few very important fields that need to be filled out, which we use and we copy into the uni enrollment before as we actually do the enrollment. So those fields are the funding type, the fee type, which we use to calculate how to get the fees from the fees table. So that's another thing you must have done, is filled out Also, your fees table, if you're doing agents, we definitely need an agent so we can work out commissions. So these are fields that if you change their values, we don't go and post back update all the unit enrollments where these could be affected, because students can go from fee help to upfront fee help, and from different fee types to other fee types as they progress um, through their course. The final field that's really important is, if we're reporting to the government, is that we mark this particular student with its home student status, so that also gets filled in along the way. So once we know all those things are filled in for the student, so we have the fees in the fees table done, and I can show you where they actually live as well. So if we come down to here and we go units and we go unit fee details, and we can search for them on this screen. So if all the fees, and I'm pretty sure this system has fee rules set up, as long as all the fee rules are set up and configured for the different fee types and however you might be doing your fee rules. So on this system, we have approximately 137 fee rules. So I'm sure there'll be other videos on how the fee rules work and how to set them up. So in this case, we're assuming that we've done all our checking. It all looks good. Everything looks like, and the whole system looks like it's actually ready for enrolling. So to do that, to enroll a student, we just simply go searching for the student. And in this case, I'm going to search for this student here. So as you can see, I've loaded my student, they're enrolled in this course, and they already have studied some units for semester, the first half of this year. So simply to add units to this particular student, there's two links we can go to. They both go to the same spot. We can go to either academic record, or as I like to do it, go to units off the side menu. So off the side menu here, we now get to see this student, and we can see he's got some tuition subjects, i.e. subjects he has to study, and he's also got some course fee subjects because this guy is paying on payment plans or doing something very different to the norm. If you're not doing that sort of thing, then you don't need to worry about this about that section. So at the bottom of the screen, this is the important bit, is there's a section that says add units via scheduled unit. So here is where we can search for our scheduled unit. So if we work for a particular provider, we could do that. Or if we want to target to particular semester dates, remember how I was saying you need to want to use these drop-down boxes, they have to be pre-configured, we could do that. But basically, I am going to say search for everything that's active, and let's just restrict it. We'll override it to semester 2 2019, and let's just see how many scheduled units pop up for that. So I'm now searching across the entire system, all the different scheduled units in my case that are done by all the providers that were being offered in the second half of the year. So my system has come back with quite a few. So it's saying that we have approximately 230 different scheduled units we can enroll our person into based on all different sorts of criteria. So if we just wanted to add them to one unit, we would click this button, but I want to actually enroll my person into 5 or 6 at the same time. So we just simply tick the subjects we want to enroll the person into, and then we say enroll into selected subjects. It'll go away, process, match all the fees based on all the course we're enrolled in and other criteria, and it will actually come back and say, for each single subject, if it successfully enrolled them or it didn't successfully enroll that person into those particular subjects. So here it's come back and it said, yep, You've enrolled the person. It matched on 3 rules for the criteria for the fee matching, and they were all successful. And you can see all those subjects down here. So that concludes this video. I hope you find it useful.